Well, hello. I want to talk to you today about how to raise an entrepreneur, and I'm going to give you a few tips that you can use immediately that starts to shift the way that they think and wires them for a world that they are about to enter. Personally, I think that if we raise our children the same way we were raised, all we're doing is preparing them for the kind of world we lived in. But that world no longer exists. So I believe our responsibility as parents isn't just to raise them, but to prepare them for the kind of world they will live in. You know what I love? I love that in Chinese, here's what I learned a little while ago, that in Chinese, the symbol for chaos is also the same symbol that they use, or character, whatever they call that language. It's the same symbol that they use for the word opportunity. And wouldn't it be amazing if we could help program our children so that when the world was in a state of chaos, they could see opportunity? And that's what the Chinese do. You know, when 9/11 hits, they get busy building security systems because they see opportunity in chaos. Why? Because they were taught and programmed that way. That's why no matter where you go in America, Australia, and pretty much any Western country, you'll see the Chinese everywhere, and they don't really come in with jobs. They come in and they run businesses. They're all over the shopping centers running very successful businesses. So how can you set your child up to be prepared for a very turbulent world that they can find their own opportunity in? Well, I want to share with you some tips that we use here in our family that is really building entrepreneurs in our family, and it can do it for you too, and they are so simple. So here's the first one. Number one, do not pay your child pocket money, because all that does is teaches them to work for wages. We don't have any kind of allowance in our home. What happens is I want to build a correlation in their mind with effort versus return, because that's how it works. And if you're paying your child pocket money or an allowance, it means that no matter what effort I put in, I'm still going to get my pay. If I work harder, I can't get more, but if I work less, I'll still get the same. And so it builds a different mentality. So here's what we do. We pay per task. Now, I don't like to even use the word job. I don't like to call them jobs. I like to call it work. I just want to make that tiny subtle difference, and it completely changes what their brain believes and learns to look for in their life. So I don't want them to associate with a job, and not because I'm down on jobs, but I'm just up on opportunities and being an entrepreneur. So we talk about it being work, because in life, you will need to work. You will work hard as an entrepreneur. You will work hard in your relationships. You'll work hard as a parent. Life is about work. And the more work you do, the more return you get. But here's the key. It's not the more hours of work. It's the more valuable that work is. So we pay the kids per task that they do, but there is not a set payment. It's not as if they get 20 cents per task. Now, here's how this works. You get paid per task, but not every task is the same amount. So number one, what does that teach a child? Number one, it teaches the more tasks you do, the more work you do, the more you'll get paid, which means you are in control of your own income. And I don't have to give them the consequences as a parent, because life will give it to them. So next week, when they want to go buy something and they don't have enough money, instead of looking to me as though I'm the one with all the power, leaving them to feel powerless in their life teaches them in that moment that the reason you don't have the money is because you haven't done enough work lately. Now, here's the thing. You can get out of that position anytime you like. Go ahead and do a whole lot more work and come back to the shops tomorrow and buy what you want. But you need to find the opportunities yourself. So here's the difference between a job mentality and an entrepreneur's mentality is an entrepreneur knows how to identify their own opportunity. Whereas with a job mentality, you wait for the boss to tell you what to do, and you're not really too often willing or incentivized to do more than what you get told to do. So how this works in our house is this. If I have to ask you to do something, you either won't get paid for that, or if you do, you'll get paid a whole lot less. But if you can use your initiative, and if you can go looking through the house for things that you can see need to be done that would add value to my life or to the household or the family, then you will get paid for those things, and you'll get paid more for them because you used your initiative and you found it. So what it teaches the child is to look for opportunities where their effort and their work can provide value for somebody else. Because when you can find a way to serve the masses and to provide a need that they have, you'll never be without money your entire life. So the second thing is, I believe negotiation is the most important life skill. I mean, life is a game of influencing. You influence your partner to love you, you influence your boss to pay you or to give you a job, whether that be on your resume or in an interview. You even need to influence your dog to sit. So influence is key, and negotiation and knowing your own worth is the foundation of your ability to have an influence. And so what I do with my children is I pay them more if they negotiate, and according to their ability to negotiate. But I don't want to just give. I also want them to learn life lessons. And guess what happens in life? Sometimes life rejects you. Sometimes no matter how much you believe you're worth, someone else says no. And that hurts. In fact, it hurts so much that most adults have completely given up on their dreams so long ago simply because we wanted to avoid that feeling. So my philosophy is, darling, I want you to experience that feeling so much, so often while you're at home and you're loved and you're safe, that you know how to handle that like a boss, and it never holds you back from being able to chase down one of your dreams. So here's what happens. Our kids will go find a job. Hey mum, I think the washing needs done. Mum, I'll unpack the dishwasher. Okay, they come to me with what they think it's worth. They'll say, oh, well, if I do that, will you pay me 20 cents? And I'll go, well, no, it's gonna take you about 3 minutes. I'll pay you 10 cents. You need to tell me why you think it's worth 20. And don't ever just have the same price. Don't charge me 20 cents just because your sister charged me 20 cents last time, because if you can influence me right now, then I'm willing to pay you more. And what will happen is, and look, I'll give you an example. My 10-year-old just a few months ago said, I'm gonna wash the car. She said, I'll do it if you pay me $3. I said, $3? Last time you charged me $1.50. I mean, fair enough, you've got a bit of a price increase, but you can't double your price. How on earth do you justify that? She said, well, firstly, the car's more dirty this time, and it's going to require a whole lot more effort. Secondly, I actually can't be bothered doing it, but you said you wanted it done, so I'm prepared to do something I really don't want to do. Thirdly, it's a pretty hot day, it's going to take a whole lot more effort, and I'm going to get dehydrated afterwards, is what she said. I said, you know what? Here's the deal. I'm going to pay you $3. Not because I think the job's worth $3. I think maybe at best I'd stretch to $2 on that, but I'll pay you an extra $1 for how well you presented your argument to me. And then when she finished the whole entire, job, I actually paid her an extra 50 cents just because of the attitude that she did it with, and the fact that, so I'm rewarding them for things that I want them to develop as part of their character as they go through life. So don't pay your kids pocket money, or because it teaches them to work for wages. Pay per task or per job if you like. Don't pay them the same amount. Every single time they do something, it's different, and pay them more to negotiate. Encourage them to negotiate and to know their worth, and to, understand the value that they're being able to provide. Now, once the child then earns money, so they're looking for opportunities themselves, they're using initiative, they're seeing where they can make a difference somewhere, and they're putting a dollar figure on their own value in that particular moment. Now, what do they do with their money? So I want to share with you what we do in our family with money. And actually, wait a second, I'm going to show you for real what we do in our family. Give me 1 second. My daughter's home. She's about to go to a dance competition. I'm going to call on her and I'm going to show you for real what we do. Amani, could you come here, darling, and could you bring all of your money tins that you've got? Could you bring them all here? So I help the kids break down the money they earn so that we're building wealth principles in their mind, so they don't just spend every dollar they've got, because that's the reason most people are broke, right? So what do you do and how do you do this? You got them all? Hello. So as I said, she's about to go to a dance competition, so she's all ready to go. Okay, so Money, just explain to everyone you've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different jars here. Let's quickly go through them. 7, okay. So this one here is called blow money, right? And it says on the top, 25%. What does that mean?
So like, whatever I earn, 25% of the money I earn goes into this account, like.
Okay, and what does blow mean?
It means like, so I have to spend the money in that month, so it's just to blow on whatever we want, even if it's stupid.
Okay, so even if it's something crazy silly that I would normally say, oh my gosh, you're wasting your money, that's like go and have fun, don't even think about it kind of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because she's only spending 25% of it, she can blow the money in this and not feel any kind of guilt, any kind of, oh, I really shouldn't be buying this, none of that, which builds a positive association with money and helps her feel and helps all the kids feel that they are completely abundant, that no matter what I spend today, I always have more, okay? So it builds abundance mentality. Okay, so this one here says give, and inside doesn't have a lid, so it says 5%. What does that mean?
So 5% of the money goes in, and my giving account is, so at the moment I'm saving up for the Share the Dignity event, so I'm using my money in there to give to others.
Okay,
so,
and what else have you done in the past as an example?
I've given to homeless people.
Okay, so this is give. I mean, this helps your children really build a true sense of gratitude, and it reminds them that no matter what my situation is in life, for as long as I'm able to give, I am abundant, I have more. And it helps them appreciate and build true human connection about the difference their life is able to make on somebody else. So 5% of everything they earn, they completely give to some kind of cause that's close to their heart. Okay, so then what's this one here? We've got here, what's this one? Short-term savings, and it says 20%, right? So what does that mean? What's short-term saving mean?
Okay, short-term saving means anything. So 20% of my money goes in here, and so it's the money I spend out of this is $500 or below.
Okay.
And so like I've been saving up in this one to get an Apple Watch, which I have just gotten the enough, so I'm getting it today, but like.
So you're buying an Apple Watch today with all of your own money. So you've got $500 from out of this particular account.
Yeah.
Okay. But you're not using all your money to go buy an Apple Watch. 25%, and you've still got your other 75% here for other things.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 20, yeah.
And how do you feel about that? Oh, sorry, that's 20%. So short-term savings is, now Amani's got a little business book she uses just to remind herself. So a short-term savings, she's made all her own notes what it's all for. And short-term savings is anything up to $500. So she saves for something big that she wants, but not too big. This one here, what's this one called? Long-term savings, and it says 5%. What does long-term savings mean?
This is any money between 5,000 and above, so like saving for like a house or a car in like 10 years or something. So.
Beautiful. Saving for a house or a car or something like that in 10 years, 5% of everything goes away and you'll have that available to you. This one here, oh, what is this one called?
Bills.
Bills, and it says 15%. So what's that?
So bills is like, you know, if I need to pay for my phone data, or if something happens and I need to pay a bill for it, I use that money.
Okay, like when you broke your phone screen and you had to replace your phone screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't pay for that. You did. Okay, now I want to just show you another thing to teach your children. So all over this jar of money, all over all your jars, you've got words like happiness, joy, courage, love, creativity. On the bills, why do you have these things? What do they mean?
I put them around there for like positive things because like having different separate accounts is very good, like.
Okay, now, so it builds positivity, but here's the thing. Her subconscious mind sees all these words and associates paying a bill with happiness. You see, most of us hate paying bills. Guess what? For the rest of your life, you're going to have bills to pay. So why set up a situation where energetically you resent it every time you need to pay a bill? If you can find happiness and love and courage and joy in paying your bills, can you imagine how good life will feel? It sets them up that way. And then finally, is this the last one? This one's,
2 more.
Oh, 2 more. This one's called midterm savings. So it's 10%. What does that mean? What's midterm savings mean?
Midterm is anything between $500 and $5,000. So it's like in between short-term saving and long-term saving.
Okay, so anything over 500 but under 5,000 is midterm savings.
Yeah.
Like what example?
So like saving up for a phone or a holiday or something like that.
Perfect. Okay, beautiful. And lastly, what's this one called?
Invest.
Oh, this is the invest. Okay, and it's got, invest it says. And it says never give up and live, laugh, love and things like that. And it says 20%. What does invest mean, Amani?
Investing is where you use that money and you use that money to make more money.
Okay, so can you give everyone an example of just something you're doing at the moment where you'll use your invest money, so you're putting money in, but not to spend or to exchange for a product, but to get more money back. So what's that?
Well, I'm about to launch my own like clothing brand, so like activewear, and so it's called Amani J Activewear. So I'll be using that money to start it, and then I'll be giving it back to myself and putting it back in there.
You're a superstar. Thank you, darling. You can go now. I appreciate you. Now, here's the thing. Amani just started getting regular work as a babysitter for a friend of mine earlier this year when she was like 11 and a half years old. She's currently 12. So she's only just started doing all of these different percentages ever since she kind of had some regular work and income. Now, before that, what my 10-year-old and my 8-year-old do is we just have 3 jars. So if you've got younger kids, start with 3 jars. And one is 10% for giving, 40% for saving, and 50% for spending. Now, understanding that these kids are earning 20 cents, 50 cents, $1, $2 per job. And so we want them to build a positive association with money and love that they've got money there that they can go and spend. They don't have to do the short-term, long-term, mid-term invest kind of things until they've got more of a regular income coming in. Now, let me share with you a very quick story. My 10-year-old came to me last week and she said, "Mum, I need to find a way to earn 10 bucks. I said to her, "Okay, what do you need 10 bucks for?" And she said, "Because I want to buy one of these squishy balls and it's $5 for the ball. So I have to find $10. I have to earn $10 so that I can spend 5." See, her brain was already programmed not to find a way to earn $5 and go spend the whole lot. Her brain was already programmed to earn double because she can only spend 50%. So if you have enjoyed this video and you feel you have got value, please, every child needs this kind of information and this kind of influence on their life. So please don't hold this for yourself. Please share, please tag, and please introduce another family that could benefit from this to this information. Secondly, if you would like a detail on the whole story of the kind of businesses our girls have, exactly what they do, what kind of money they've earned, how the conversations between me and them have gone when they're in the process of coming up with their idea of setting up their businesses. Yes, even my 9-year-old has a business. Then comment down below, yes please. If you comment down below, yes please, I will send you a link that will give you all the information on what it is we do, what their businesses are, and please go ahead, copy their ideas. He who copies most wins, right? Now at school they taught you that wasn't right. They taught you not to copy. But in the world of entrepreneurship, go ahead and copy and just make it better, make it your own. My name is Holly Noonan. I'm from The Holly Effect. Thank you for watching this. Please share.